You ready?
I'm ready.
This is our post-PSX show, as promised.
Yeah. We got back pretty late Sunday night, so we wanted to do this video fresh and awake for you. Let's start off with a little talk about the keynote.
Yeah.
What are your impressions, Will?
Overall, it was a pretty good keynote.
Mm-hmm.
I know a lot of people were disappointed. It wasn't a big reveal at the end. To me, it really felt like something like it was just cut off right there.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think?
There were a lot of games that I was really excited about. I was tweeting the whole time, like, oh my gosh, there's this, oh my gosh, there's that. I was really excited, but I do feel like the end of it was a bit abrupt. Like, maybe there was something else that was going to get announced that got pulled at the last minute. I don't know. The world may never know.
What was your favorite highlight of the keynote?
Oh gosh, my favorite highlight, there were so many favorites. Let me say that for the VR games that were presented, I thought Gollum looked really interesting. It just gave me chills. I was like, whoa, what's going on? What is that? It's mysterious and different, and what's going on? I also thought, like, Battleborn looked really interesting to me. Like, it's everything I want in a MOBA, I think. We'll talk more about getting to play it later. And then Ni no Kuni 2, because I haven't played any games in that franchise yet, and they were recommended in a forum I was in, and I said, oh my gosh, this game looks so cool, and I saw the trailer and the film, and I was just like, oh, I have to play this now, when can I play it? So those are my top ones.
It was really cool seeing Toby in Battleborn.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm excited to actually try out the co-op from Battleborn.
Absolutely.
I'm glad they announced co-op.
Yeah, couch co-op all the way.
Of course, this is Crossfire co-op, so we are crazy into the co-op games.
That's very true.
It was awesome to see new, Final Fantasy VII footage.
Yeah, I was also really excited for that. I was a little disappointed that there was no demo.
Yeah, but it's still early on.
That's true.
I mean, that's probably going to be a 2017, maybe even 18 title.
And what's that? The PC version is playable now?
Yep, the PC version is playable now. It's for sale on the PlayStation Store.
Mm-hmm.
But it was also just announced today that the Final Fantasy VII Remake is going to be in parts, which is cool, because they'll probably be able to release it faster that way.
Oh, episodic.
Yep.
I wonder, some people are probably upset by that, and some people are probably loving it. So if you have an opinion, we'd love to hear it. Comment below.
So, you want to touch on the panels we went to?
Yeah, the first panel we went to was for Uncharted 4. It was the performance cap / mocap talk with different actors from that franchise. And I went into it not knowing very much about mocap and not having realized actually that they used that for the entire game. Wow, it was really interesting to hear the actors talk and to say, like, oh yeah, I'm like ready to give my lines. They're like, okay, I want you to crawl across the room, and they're like, what's going on? It just it shows me that they care, that Naughty Dog cares about the realism of the game so much, and that the actors, they gave it their all, but they also were really quick to remind everyone that, they're just actors, but they are only a part of what makes the game, and that there are so many other people that go into making a game that don't get as much recognition, so I thought that was really cool of them. What about you?
While we're here on Uncharted, I think we should touch on the controversy that stirred by the girl that was in the panel playing the African American lady. And they had said right on the panel that they don't care about race. They just care about the acting and the performance that they deliver. And even the voice actors aren't chosen for the character. The character is actually designed after the fact. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I remember them talking about how, they're so much more than the look of the actor, and I think that's really interesting because, voice acting, it doesn't matter what you look like when your voice is going out there, but people are really conscious about their image, and I could see where some people might be upset from different point of views, but I think that the voice actors did an amazing job, the actors did an amazing job, and for whatever reason, it just works.
Yeah.
I mean, there's I don't.
It was so cool being able to see. They showed us a video of the voice actors in their capture suits crawling across the floor doing this scene, and then it went back with the next pass of rendering the background into the video, and then the next pass of more details, and then the final pass of what was actually shown during the keynote speech. And it was amazing just to see the differences of what it started out as and how the game progressed once it got past even the actors and into the developers' hands and the people that had the vision that went with what they were saying and able to really develop and bring that out.
Absolutely.
One other thing, we went to the Kind of Funny panel.
We did.
It was not very informative, but it was awesome to see Shuhei, Gio on stage.
Absolutely.
And just awesome.
Yeah, I saw some comments in a group that we're in, someone asking, they watched from home, if the audience was saying boo. No, they were saying shoo.
Yes, shoo.
It was not anything mean-spirited, they were just playing around, so don't worry.
That's funny.
Yeah, definitely. I'm sure that the other audience members would have put people who booed in their place pretty quickly.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely.
That crowd was pretty passionate, and I'm sure they wouldn't have lasted long.
All right, what's next up for you? What do you want to talk about?
Let's give a couple seconds to the app.
Okay. Yeah, the app was called Experience. I had some trouble with it, just figuring out what was going on, because it wanted me to sign in with my PSN stuff. It wanted like a separate sign-in for the app, and there wasn't very much info on it at first, and it's like, oh, more info will be released, but I'm like, I want to know where's the map? Where are things? I want to plan what's going on, and, there wasn't much going on at first.
Yeah, it's true. It was really cool because you checked into booths with your pass, and then as you checked in, you also got a card. Once you did so many check-ins and stuff, you get the platinum card like this. Unfortunately, they ran out of the gold card, so as you see, no gold card on the table.
No gold card.
But it was cool to be able to check in. Unfortunately, we had checked in for enough for the gold card on Saturday. But because the app wasn't updating, it never actually showed our progress till midway through Sunday morning.
Absolutely.
But overall, it's cool because once you did certain things, you went into certain booths, it unlocked certain things. It's like when we went to the rigs demo, that actually unlocked a really awesome dynamic
Absolutely. Theme. More about rigs later, but wow, that's,
The theme is as good as the game.
The game was quite good.
Teasers.
Teasers. And so in the end, the app ended up having more functionality, but it was just really slow.
Kudos to PlayStation for trying to implement something like that.
Absolutely. Though. I mean, the idea behind it was there. It was on point. It's just something wasn't quite there. And they really tried. They were updating things in the middle of the night to try to get it up. So I think if they do something like that next year, they will have learned from this experience and made it that much better. One
thing I'd like to touch on is just how the passes and the cards really got people to go to booths.
Absolutely.
And you might be going to a booth to collect the card, and all of a sudden you see some gameplay. It's like, what was the Towers game?
Tricky Towers.
Yeah, we're going around.
Tricky Towers from Weird Beard Games.
We were going around just looking at cards, checking in places, saw this game, and we're like, Kimber's like, I have to hop on.
I really wanted to play it. Absolutely.
And the developer was there, and they had an extra controller, and so I got to hop onto the game as well. And
exactly.
I mean, we're like, now that we've played it, and we were able to see that game, we're like, I want to play that again.
It's like, it's similar to Tetris, but it's crazy, and there are just awesome offensive and defensive things you can do, and you just really have to check it out for yourself. It's just, I really like it.
It's hard to describe.
It is hard to describe, and that's not at its fault. Like, you can definitely tell what you're supposed to do and how it works, and the gameplay is fluid and beautiful.
This image is actually pretty spot on because as you're placing a piece, they fall down just like Tetris, but as you're placing a piece, if you don't get it on just right, the whole thing can come crashing down on you.
And I didn't know that, and I was second. I was like, yeah, I'm second, and then like something, and it just teetered down, and I was very sad. And then he used magic on me, and
yes.
it was worse.
My tower collapsed, so I went on the offensive.
And you know, we were talking about cards. I thought it was really interesting, actually. If you played the game, then some of the booths gave you a platinum version of the card.
Yes, that was awesome.
That was awesome. It was really cool. So we have some platinums. We have some that aren't platinums. I don't know how it was chosen to do that, but I feel like the cards are something that really helped to enhance and increase the community involvement, because we saw people running around trying to trade cards with people who they probably wouldn't have talked to otherwise.
Oh,
I mean,
for sure.
You have tons in common with people there, but you know, maybe you're just in a hurry, you want to see games, you're not taking time to like meet and greet, but definitely there was a lot of trading going on.
Even on the train ride home, we were talking to people about their experiences and their cards.
Yeah.
And I mean, swag is cool.
Yeah.
But this was a cheap way that even the indie developers could get in. They didn't have to give out big things. People were going to their booths and really excited to see what they're showing.
One thing I wish I would have thought of, we met some really awesome people, and more on that later, but I wish I would have taken out the card and said, oh, will you sign my card? Because, like, how cool is that? Fangirl syndrome. But I didn't even think about it because I was so overwhelmed
You
with...
should show off your favorite card
that
you wish was signed.
This is my Gravity Rush card, and we'll talk a little bit about this game later, but wow, I love it. And I had a really awesome experience at the booth, and it's beautiful, and I'll tell you more later, but amazing.
So
absolutely
wish you would have
amazing.
got that signed. You talked about that all night.
I came back to play it because I had to go to a raffle from For Honor, and I was like, no, I want to play, and then I was like, no, we have to go to the raffle, we'll come right back, and I came right back. And I stood there and waited until I could play, and I got to talk with the producer, and it was amazing. But
by the way, congrats to whoever won the For Honor PS4.
Exactly.
That was beautiful.
It was really cool, really awesome.
And For Honor was pretty fun. I'm glad we got the chance to play it.
Me too. It was really neat the way they had it set up.
Let's talk about your Marasov.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we can talk about Marasov. So Saturday, I was Marasov. This is just an example. This is pauldron shoulder armor that I made. I will put it on so you can see. Of course, we have some videos detailing the cosplay.
And I'm currently working on cutting an official Marasov video of her experience at PSX.
So there's that. Woohoo! It was awesome. People were on their knees yelling, "My queen!" And I was like, are they making fun of me, or are they really excited? And they were excited. They wanted to pose with me. Someone put me on the Destiny subreddit. I was just amazed. And I got to meet some PlayStation photographers, and they were like, oh yeah, we've been taking pictures of you the whole time.
It is absolutely insane that just one of the photos you posted went out to over 1,000 people.
Yeah, absolutely crazy. I feel the love. This is my first cosplay ever, my first video game event ever. I've loved video games for a long time, just haven't been in the right location and been in the right place financially to go, and it just worked out really well. So
thank you for having this in SF.
Yes, thank you so much. So Marasov Cosplay, I've been working on it for a couple months. Tears, blood, sweat, all that jazz. And this is just one tiny piece of it. It was so crazy, and I actually met one of the photographers and a Bungie employee on Sunday when I wasn't in costume, and the photographer especially was like, whoa, it's not the same person. I'm like, well, I'm glad you don't think that I look quite like Marasov when I'm not in the blue makeup, but yeah, it was really cool.
Speaking of, check out the Marasov making a video.
Yeah,
we'll include a link right here.
Yeah, some time lapse of the wig and some different things illustrating the different elements that I made. Yeah, absolutely. Check me out.
Do you want to talk about some of the other cosplayers you were able to meet?
Yeah, so Asian dude, 1122, Don, he was doing awesome cosplay from Metal Gear Solid. I got some
really
selfies
cool
with him. Also, there was a girl doing an amazing Gravity Rush cosplay. I'm fangirling so hard over Gravity Rush.
Kimber completely went out of character when she met The Witcher.
I did. I was like, oh, can I have my picture with you? And I'm just beaming and smiling.
And he's just so serious.
So serious. So, I don't care. I was so excited to meet The Witcher. Also, Ratchet and Clank. Oh, wow. This cosplay was gorgeous, amazing. I will link her information. Just, wow, she put a lot of work into her cosplay. We also saw someone cosplaying Assassin's Creed.
God of War.
God of War was amazing. I think
of Drakes.
Drake was everywhere. Not a ton of Drakes, just one Drake, singular. He's everywhere. He doesn't wear a costume. It's Drake.
There were also some people performing as Drake as well.
Yes.
Which we got an awesome photo we'll put up.
Yeah, part of the booth for Uncharted 4, which we'll talk about also. Amazing.
Let's talk about the booth.
Okay, yeah, so there were some really impressive setups. I don't want to put them in any particular order, because I'm not biased. But Uncharted 4, let's talk about that. It was wooden planks. What else? Who do you remember?
The awesome wooden bridge going across. It just really looked like you were in the Uncharted world.
Absolutely. The photo op had like skulls behind you and Drake.
Let's talk about some of the other booths.
Okay. So the Destiny booth, that was pretty impressive.
Yeah. Real life Sparrow there.
Yeah.
That was super awesome.
I didn't know where to put my feet.
She didn't, but there's still a pretty cool picture of Marasov.
On the Sparrow, for Sparrow Racing League.
And several people wanted their pictures with Marasov and the Sparrow.
Absolutely.
That was awesome.
Absolutely. That brings me back, though, to an interesting point. What was the low point of the keynote for you?
It's tough. I mean, the VR was a pretty big low point for me in the keynote, just because it wasn't impressive.
The demo.
The demo that they were showing, and then the guy in the suit from where we were sitting, you couldn't even see that the guy was in the door. Like, if he was in the center of the stage, it might have been more impressive as he was playing Res. But with him being in the door, you didn't even know he was there till I pointed him out.
No, I didn't see him. We'll talk more about VR. I don't know very much about the game they were demoing, and that might be part of why it was also confusing, because I didn't know what was going on, what kind of world they were in, and that's on me, because I should have done my research.
Hello, Zobug.
Zobug wants to be in the video.
Welcome to the after E3 video.
Zobug was quite upset that we didn't take her with us.
No PlayStation experience, Bugs.
No streaming, no lap time streaming.
She was so happy when we got home last night.
She was. She was like, what did you bring me? What games? What'd you get?
So what else was a low point for you?
You know, it wasn't a low point that they announced Sparrow Racing. Yeah, back to the booths.
What'd you think of MLB The Show's booth?
Oh my goodness! Wow, the trophy bar. I mean, it looked like a bar, like a baseball bar.
Leather couches, a bar at the front.
Absolutely.
Drinks were a little too expensive. Can't hint for next year. But it was awesome.
Yeah, it was absolutely awesome. What else? What are other cool booths?
Riggs was really cool.
Riggs was really cool.
We'll get back into that.
Yeah, we absolutely will. There was a cool setup for the booth about taking a face-off picture with your team versus the other team, which I thought was really nice.
Talk about the Battleborn booth.
Wow, the Battleborn booth, from what I could see, because the line was huge the entire weekend, they had a really nice display that you could take your picture with. And then they had a setup where they were actually announcing, like, play-by-play for the people who were playing the game. And at first I walked by and I was like, oh, they're just like doing a demo. They have some players who've played the game and they're announcing it and it's all scripted. And then I realized as the weekend went on, like, no, like,
that was esports at its finest.
That's esports. That's live. That's, meeting Toby for the first time and kicking butt. So, yeah.
I really wish we could have got in there, but the line was long all weekend. The end of the day, Sunday, it was still packed.
It was packed. So, kudos to Battleborn. I can't wait to play your game. I didn't get to. I'm sorry. That brings me also to another game I didn't get to play that I was really excited to play. That was Zodiac Orcanon Odyssey. I went, I was excited to play, and the line just wasn't moving, and we had other things that we wanted to see.
We went back twice.
And in fact, Sunday, right before everything closed, I was going to be the next person up to play, and a very nice worker came up and said, you're going to have to exit because we have to close. And I was like, no, but I'm right here.
It was so cool, though, because you got to meet Bruno?
Yeah, I got to meet Bruno Patatas from the lead game designer for Zodiac, and he's really cool. It was nice to meet you, Bruno. And we got to discuss, video gaming and the environment for companies in Scotland, and it was awesome. So I couldn't have had a better experience unless I got to play the game. But it looked really cool. We watched tons of gameplay waiting to play it, and it looked really nice.
Most definitely looking for that in 2016?
I think so, yeah. I didn't see a solid date, but I'm guessing we'll have more info soon.
Yeah.
Absolutely. What about you? Was there anything that you didn't get to play that you really wanted to?
Yeah, I wanted to play the Battle of Jakku. It was there for Battlefront. But it had a decent line pretty much all weekend, and having both of us already demoed the game, playing the beta, hoping to get the game for Christmas, hint, hint, Mom and Dad.
Wink, wink.
It was one of those, it's like, okay, with everything else that's here, it was always kind of on the back burner.
I see what you mean.
But still hoping to play that soon. Excited for the new movie.
Absolutely. Very excited. Very excited. So we talked a little bit about Zodiac Orcanon Odyssey, one of the indie highlights on the showroom floor. And we've also talked a little bit about Tricky Towers. Is there anything you want to add about either of those two?
Not too much I want to add about those two, but I want to make sure we hit on Assault Android Cactus.
Wow. Yes, absolutely.
That was a lot of fun.
That was so much fun. These little pins. Here's mine. This is the character that I played. And then here's one of the other characters. What a fun game. I really liked it. They're different characters and they have different powers and different weapons, and it just felt really fun. Like, take me back to where I don't have to remember all of these crazy combos and remember every single control and every single thing and be so worried about learning the controls that I can't enjoy the game, and just enjoy the game. It was a cool story, it was an interesting world that they're in, and I really liked it.
What was your biggest surprise from the show floor?
Oh my gosh, my biggest surprise, that would definitely have to be,
It was Shadow of the Beast.
It was Shadow of the Beast.
I know you're at a loss of words.
I'm at a loss of words. It's Shadow of the Beast. And even more surprised, after playing, doing a little research and learning that it's a remake of a 1989 game, which I hadn't heard of.
We didn't know this was going to be on the show floor.
We didn't know it was going to be on the show floor.
We talked to people that were playing it, and they didn't know it was going to be on the show floor.
We saw this like beautiful banner hanging from the ceiling, and I was like, what is that? I want to know what that is, and I just want to play it. And it's, it's a side-scroller, but it's not a side-scroller because...
Combos similar to God of War.
Yeah, and the point of view changes a bit, and it's really cool. Beautifully made, and it's really interesting. Definitely very surprised by that, having not known it was going to be there. And I thought it was just a really interesting, really cool game.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Definitely, absolutely. Actually, this is the card for it right here. Pretty crazy looking beast there, I think.
Yeah, check it out. It's most definitely worth looking into.
I agree, wholeheartedly.
Played through most of the first level, and it was awesome.
Yeah, we had to let someone else play. We had to share and be...
But thankfully they had tons of spaces there.
They did, absolutely they did.
But it was so hard because there was so much on the show floor. Like, we found Resident Evil 0, the remake,
tucked away in a corner
of the Capcom booth we didn't even see till almost the end of the second day.
Absolutely.
There's so many games. It was hard.
There is a lot. There's a lot there. Absolutely.
Is there anything else you wish you could have played?
You know what? There were so many games I wish I could have played. I even kept a little list of things I wanted to check out. I didn't get to play Ratchet and Clank. I didn't get to play...
Of course, we talked about Battleborn and Zodiac, so...
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think we've hit on most of those.
Yeah, I think we have. There's a little Zoe fur flyer.
My fur!
Thanks, Kat. What about VR? We're sitting here in these jerseys.
Oh, yes. These are... Here, I'll put down your book.
Sure.
People can see the jerseys.
Yeah, I was on the Cobras.
I was on the Dynamos. Here is our picture of us facing off.
Yeah.
It was so cool. I'm glad we were able to get in.
Absolutely.
VR was by far our highlight of the show. After being so disappointed with the keynote, I know what they were trying to do, but it didn't hit from where we were sitting. It didn't hit when you were watching it on video.
And the presenters said it. They said you have to experience it to understand. And I wholeheartedly agree. I thought, like, that's what everyone's going to say. No, like, seriously. To watch it is not the same at all.
It's unreal.
It is. It's because it's VR. What did you play?
I played London Heist first, which was really cool. This took place after the heist. You're in the getaway car. There was a can there you could pick up, put on the dashboard. In fact, the game freaked out a little bit that the can actually fell through the dashboard. And I heard after the fact that the developer was standing beside me watching and was like, oh no, that happens like once in a billion times, and couldn't believe it. But yeah, it happened there.
Wait, I mean, I don't expect perfection from the demo of something so new like that.
Not at all, especially such cutting edge technology. I could reach in. It was using the Move controllers. And I was holding the gun with one controller and reaching to grab ammo with the other controller.
Wow.
Throwing it in, pointing, shooting, sticking my head out of the window of the car.
Goodness.
I could turn, look, see the van, see everything in front of me. It was crazy.
Wow, that sounds really cool.
And you played World War Toons?
Yeah, I did. Here's my my little postcard from World War Toons. I loved it. So the first thing I did was watch a little video about it, and they were singing. It's a trailer. You can find it on their pages, and I was like, this game already so cool. And then I watched a little bit of gameplay to learn what the controls were and how to play it, and I was talking with the with bad guy Will, the social media
Shout out, follow him on Twitter.
Yeah, community manager for them, and I was like, I'm already excited about this game, and I haven't even played it yet. I haven't played any VR things yet, but I'm already excited. When I got to sit down, I got all set up, and they took pictures of me, and he photobombed me, which was really funny. And then I got started with the game, and before it even loaded, I can look around and see the room that I was in, waiting to play, which was themed like the game, watching a little game projector screen of different things that could happen. And then in the game, you're either Axis or Ally from World War II. 3 ships for each team. You jump from, this is the mode I played, you jump from where the ships are to this base of this weapon. And the longer you hold the base, while you're holding it, a very large bullet loads up into the weapon. If you hold it long enough, it shoots. And you win by getting the enemy ships down. But the enemy can attack you in this base, and they can become tanks, and you can become a tank. But you can also become a sniper, and then you can make their head big, and pianos can drop from the sky. It's so random and amazing and wonderful, and it's the kind of game that anyone can play, no matter how old they are.
It sounds like a mix between a World War II game and Roger Rabbit.
It sounds kind of like that, but there's just, I don't know, it just appealed to me immediately, and I was just wow, this is so fun, and the controls were fluid, was
What'd you
natural.
play on Was it Move?
It was a DualShock 4 controller with the VR setup. And the VR setup is really comfy, actually. Like, I couldn't even feel it on me.
Yeah, I was impressed by the setup. It goes right over your head, latches on the bottom. Everyone was using the gold headphones for it. Those worked great.
And you could move the eye part like forward and backwards so that it fit you perfectly.
I hear it works pretty good with glasses, but we were both in contacts that day, so.
Yeah. Not in cosplay so that I could do the VR and not get makeup all over someone's nice VR setup.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about rigs.
Rigs. So I didn't know what rigs was before we got there. I didn't know what to expect. And we got to the area and it was like a locker room, like face-off showdown kind of thing. Like one team on one side, one team on the other.
They were passing out jerseys.
Yeah, nice jerseys.
Yeah. Awesome swag.
Yeah. We got our talk to by our coach, so to speak. Got the rules, got the controls, watched a little video, and then went to get prepped with our pit crew. Every person had a pit member with them to help them get set up and, coach them if they needed it and just generally be there for them, which was really cool.
If you play Destiny, think of Rift, only instead of collecting the ball, you get 3 kills or pick up some power-ups on the ground, and you become the Rift.
I don't think that's the whole game, though. I think that's just one mode that we played.
Yeah, I think so.
There are different mechs that have different strengths and powers. I played the one that hovered. It was really cool. And then there's also this part about where you can divert power to the area of the mech that you need the most.
That was cool.
So into your shield, into your speed, or into your power.
And when you went into full power mode, you had all of the abilities.
Absolutely. And then, when you're getting loaded in, you can look down and you can see your pilot's torso, you can see the garage, you can spin the mech, and then, for me, I don't know if it happened to you, but, the other mechs on my team, came up to me and they were clapping and getting me excited. It was actually in the Dubai arena, and it felt like people were watching me play a sport.
It was so cool. You had the 2 sticks on your mech that you're controlling, but with the way you hold the DualShock, it was set up perfectly. So as you're looking down, it really felt like you were holding those sticks.
Absolutely.
It was crazy. I went on a kill streak, 3 or 4 kills, and then went in and slammed myself through the goal. And my pit crew was there cheering for me, and it actually took me out of the game because I was like, "Whoa, what's going on?" I was so into the game and so immersed by it that it was shocking when something from the real world actually happened.
Absolutely, yeah, and everybody was really sensitive to make sure that there were no ill effects. In World War Toons for me, and rigs are like, "Hey, do you feel okay? Are you nauseous?" "No, I feel great." They're like, "Wow, you were in there for a little while," and I was like, "Yeah, I feel perfect. I want to do it again. I'm sold. I want VR." Poor pocketbook.
Yeah, I felt nothing. It was good.
I felt fine.
This is from both of us. If you get the chance, try it. Any videos, anything like that we've seen. There's been some cool games like Ace Combat that's been announced, but the videos don't push it.
They don't do it justice, and it's not possible to explain it very well. I was skeptical. I was like, "Oh, it's gonna, what's it gonna be?" It's like
We've
looking
been
through
early,
a Viewmaster, what's going on?
We've been early adapters. I mean, we bought Move, we bought Connect, we right off the bat, and so we were skeptical.
But I was sold as soon as I started playing World War Toons, and credit to the guys at Reload and girls at Reload for World War Toons, because it's just amazing. I don't even have words to say how excited I am for this game. I was pumped, and Will and I met each other after we played. I was like, I have to have this. When is it coming out, and how much is it? And we don't know, but it'll be a while, and it'll probably be pretty expensive.
Yeah, we have to find a way.
We have to find a way. We have to make it happen.
Okay, where were we before the memory card got filled from the weekend?
I don't even know.
We're talking VR. We pretty much finished up. Just waiting on a date?
Mm-hmm.
Waiting on a price?
Nope.
Waiting on in-store kiosks?
Yeah, I think that's the best way for people to really experience what's going on. Get hands-on for everyone.
Get it in-store, Sony.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to sell it, people have to play it. I'm sure they got a plan.
I'm sure. We have faith in you.
Let's talk about people we met.
Yeah, we were so lucky. Let me say to begin, I thought like, oh, these people are really busy. They're going to be really tired. They had to travel. You know, they had to get
All
things
over the
set
world.
up. They're not going to want to talk to me, just little old me. They don't care. No, they did. They were all so nice. Everyone we got to talk to. Who's first on your list of people you got to talk to?
Let's talk about Gio.
Yeah, we got to talk to Gio.
Director of Third-Party Relations for Sony.
Absolutely. So nice.
Thank you for spending the time to talk to us.
Absolutely.
He was on the show floor, like, for hours on Sunday, just meeting and greeting people.
Probably longer. I don't know. We didn't, like, it was so busy on Saturday that I'm sure there were lots of people that we wanted to see that we missed, but definitely he was there on Sunday, meeting people, saying hi to people, you know, citing Vitas for Brad at least.
And yes, thank you for the Vita support. It's great to see some new games.
Absolutely.
I know you were crazy excited. Bastion was just announced.
Absolutely.
And
can't wait to play it on the Vita.
Free cross-buy. So if you already have it on the PS4, load up your Vita, download it. So, Gravity Rush.
Yeah, Gravity Rush. So it was so worth the wait to play. It's an amazing game. Just so different from anything else. Beautiful art style, beautiful music. The main character just feels really strong and just really different from other main characters in video games in general. And to pull the girl card, like, she is a heroine. Like, she is a strong female character, and I really love that about the game.
It was cool meeting the producer there, able to talk to him.
Yeah, definitely. Nick Accordino, and he was so nice and really took the time to chat with us.
He actually, step by step, went through the controls with me as I was playing.
Absolutely. And that wasn't the only game that he was there for. And it meant a lot that he gave so much individual attention to people who came to play the games. And
he was there just wanting to meet Gravity Rush fans, and that's so awesome.
Yeah, so awesome. So awesome. So we were very lucky, very honored to receive this Gravity Days, the Japanese name, Gravity Rush shirt from him that is signed by the director.
So cool. Thank you.
So cool. Thank you so much. I told Will, like, I want to display it, but I never want to wear it because I don't have to wash it and worry about messing it up. Not that it would get messed up, just that I worry about that.
Can't wait for the game to come out in February.
The
remaster?
The remaster in February, and then there's a sequel coming out. I don't know when.
I was pressing him to see if there's going to be playable booths at E3. He's like, I can't tell you.
We don't know.
A long time in development between now and then. We understand.
But if it will be there, you should check it out if you're going.
Remaster was awesome. Can't wait to get our hands on it.
Absolutely. Get your hands on the remaster, get caught up on the story so that you know what's going on when that sequel comes out.
And speaking of Vita games, if you want to play it on the Vita, it's there as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Also,
Vita love.
Talked about Bruno.
Yeah, Bruno, the lead game designer for Zodiac, Orcanon, Odyssey.
Yeah.
Super nice. Again, got to talk about the gaming atmosphere in Scotland, talk about the game. Really appreciate that you took the time to chat with us, Bruno.
It was cool to meet David Shaw from Bungie.
Absolutely.
You actually ran into him the day before as
I ran into him in the MLB Trophy Bar as Marasov, and he asked if he could take a picture with me, and I said yes, so long as you share it with me, because I want these pictures too. And he said, yeah, and I'll share it with Bungie because I work there. And I was like, oh my gosh. So he was super nice then. And then when we went to talk with Gio, he was actually there too. And Gio said, oh, you like Destiny? Here, you should meet David. And I was like, I met David. I know who David is. So we got to chat with David again. And
he introduced us to some other people.
Yeah, absolutely. So it was
so awesome. Thank you.
Super great to meet you and to chat with you and
meet the designer of Street Fighter V.
Yeah, one of the lead artists. Thanks for making it nice and gory for us.
Yes.
Just wow, like, I just couldn't believe that, like, I don't want to say I have these people on pedestals, but I do, because like the product that they allow me to play, it's not a product, it's a community, it's a way of
it's a lifestyle.
life, and I feel so much more part of the community, being able to go to this event, to PSX, and to meet people who are as passionate about games as me. Like, I thought, like, oh, well, you know, they work with games every day, it's their job, like, they're not going to want to talk about games. No, like, they do, and they're
just
excited.
as passionate as us.
Just as passionate, and...
Talking about programming and...
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was cool.
And linguistics, even. Yeah. So that was really awesome.
And it was cool to run into Destin and Sean from Fireteam Chat. Absolutely. I think they seemed a little stunned when they seen Marasawa walking out.
Sorry to startle you.
That was cool. So, let's wrap this up.
Absolutely.
2 things. Mm-hmm. From the showroom floor, I know we have the same disappointment. Let's get that out there. What was the biggest disappointment? Okay.
Not disappointed in the game, just the presentation of the game for The Last Guardian.
We've been waiting for this for years. Finally, we see some footage at E3.
Absolutely.
It's like, awesome video. I so want to play it at PSX.
I want to play.
They had a really cool booth. We'll include the video here.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to play with the Guardian and try to get him to react to me, which was really cool.
We was just hoping for actual
gameplay. And they were kind of like off in a corner by Battleborn, and so unless you were kind of like coming in at the right angle, you wouldn't have seen it, unfortunately. But it was really cool. I just really wanted some gameplay.
Yeah. Been waiting so long for it.
Yes.
But
absolutely.
Enough of that. Let's talk about our favorite game.
Oh, you can't make me choose.
As we've talked about, VR for us was the show.
It stole the show, it really did.
But outside of the VR, we already talked about that a lot. Our favorite game outside of VR.
Well, can I say, first of all, I don't want to choose a favorite. Outside of VR, I want to mention a couple things, and I'm sure that you have some too. It's the first time I played a Far Cry game, Far Cry Primal, and the controls were a little complicated to get used to, just going in and like saying, here, have at it, go do what you want. And I was like, what do I do? And there were really nice people there to help, help you learn what's going on. I mean, I heard that not very many people got to tame a saber-toothed tiger, and I got to tame a saber-toothed tiger. And then I had to leave, and I was like, but I don't get to keep it? But yeah, that was really cool. But my favorite game outside of VR is Gravity Rush. I can't say enough about it. I was just wowed by every aspect of it. I'm so excited to play it. I'm ready to play it now. Like, I'm playing The Witcher 3, I'm playing Fallout 4, I'm playing Persona 4 Golden, and I just want to stop and be like, come here, Gravity Rush, let me play.
For me, I really enjoyed Uncharted 4. The multiplayer was fun. I wish I could have got some hands-on of the single player.
Absolutely.
Gonna have to wait, I guess.
Gotta leave something to me, the imagination for you.
But the videos they showed were absolutely amazing.
Absolutely.
I would say Riggs, but since we said no VR, I'm gonna go with For Honor.
Okay.
It was good. Seeing the E3 footage, I just wanted to get my hands on the game. It's really cool. We were on the same team. There was 4 of us battling the other 4 across, and we actually won. Yes.
Yeah, we had a coach.
Yeah.
Because the gameplay it's pretty complicated.
Very complicated.
But really rewarding.
It's hard to adjust when people are swinging at you what direction you want to go into. But you can tell once you get past the learning curve, which is hard to do in a 5-minute demo. But once you get past that and really get into the nuances of the game, it's going to be deep. And I can't wait to try out the other classes.
Absolutely. And just visiting VR quickly, again, and we talked about VR the whole show, but I just, wow, like World War Toons, it was my first VR experience. It just sold me on VR. It was amazing. And for me, I didn't get to play Heist like you did, but seeing the style and the way World War Toons worked and comparing it to Riggs, they're contrasting. They're totally different things. And to see the huge gamut that VR, already can supply all these different kinds of experiences, I'm in awe. Like, I'm so excited. I told Will last night, like, I want to do the video now because I'm so pumped. I don't want to wait till tomorrow. And no, I'm still pumped. And I went to work today and I was talking to my coworkers, like, oh my gosh, you had to do VR. It's amazing. So
crazy long Facebook post today.
Yes, we were answering questions about VR in one of the groups that we're in. Just wow. So amazing VR games. Please keep at it. Please, PlayStation, don't stop supporting VR.
Make a God of War VR, please.
Yeah, please.
That would be cool.
That would be very cool.
Well, I think that's a good show.
I think that's it. We're out of stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Never out of stuff to talk about, but for the sake of the memory card and the battery of the camera, and for you, the viewer at home.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
Listening. Whoa! You made it to the end. Thanks for watching our video.
If you liked it, please click the thumbs up below. And don't forget to share. And you can also comment if you'd like to tell us something.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.